Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Hoping all is well. Hoping everybody's living well, being well, living and loving to tell. Grip the mic from the depths of heaven to the depths of hell. Let's get into it. Get into it. All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Real quick, I want y'all to hear something. Um, I hope I didn't miss it, but I wanted to get into the shade and the shenanigans of it all because it is what it is. I mean, I don't understand why people think that it's a game out here with these people. How can I say this? You know, loving and living and doing what they do. I mean, it is what it is. Men and women have choices. Everybody has choices. And I don't know where people get this notion that um people are not gonna dip and dab and try things and um, things of that nature. People are gonna try things. People are gonna do things. That's just what it is. And like I said, it's just been a journey, and it's gonna continue to be a journey. But my thing is, open your eyes and never say never, because it could be the one you sleeping with. It could be the one you think you got a lifetime with. It could be the one you know, think you falling in love with, and vice versa. And that's just what it is. I mean, I don't understand why people, and I can't say I'm not, I can't say I'm shocked that people think that there's just heterosexual um, people out there or just heterosexual sex. There's all kind of things, excuse me, there's all kind of things going on. The one that maybe by the one that made you think is, oh, this person is so, he's so hetero or he's so I stand in hetero-ness and the one that's preaching so much and I don't do no gay shit. I'm not a yagget. I'm not this, that, and the third. People have their own perceptions of things and that's just what it's gonna be. And then most people they're not gonna be true to themselves. Some people feel it's not nobody business and if it's not affecting nobody, then why should I have to be ridiculed? Why should I have to be hated? Why should I have to be um persecuted for who I love or who I choose to engage with? Now, the only thing my problem is the safety part of it all. Okay, the safety part of it all because it's the safety part that counts. You know, and everybody's not going to be on the same level of how can I say? Everybody's not going to be on the same level of safety. Everybody's not going to be on the same level of oh excuse me, if I do this, will it affect this person? If I do that, will it affect that person? Everybody's not going to be on that level. Some people are going to be in selfish mode. Oh, well, I ain't hurting nobody else, or at least I don't think so. I'm getting my satisfaction, which is okay. But, give a person a right to choose, give a person a right to, you know, be who they are. And that's my thing with people. People need to be People have a right to do what they want, be who they want, and do what they want. You know, and um, hello, you know, People have a right to be with who they want, be with who they want, love who they want, and I just don't get it. Cause like, why should I feel some type of way because you loving who you love, you sleeping with who you love? I'm not. You're not. How can I say it? You're not affecting my bottom line. So why am I upset, or why am I just can't fathom? Um, just can't fathom that a person is, you know, loves the same sex or engages with the same sex occasionally, or if it's a permanent thing, what is the big deal? What is the big secret about it, or what is the big T about it? That's what I don't get. Because I mean, and then it's like I said, in my opinion, it's all this indoctrinated hate. Oh, you ain't supposed to be this and you're not supposed to be that. Who the hell told you that? Y'all didn't see who created the Bible. Y'all wasn't there when it was created. Y'all wasn't there when the Quran was created. Y'all wasn't there when the Torah was supposedly created. So who are you to be the author and finisher of my faith or what I choose to do and who I choose to love? I don't. I just don't get that with people. Excuse me. People are very strange. They can't control their own life, so they want to run and try to tell everybody else what to do or how to do or who to be, who to love, and it's never going to work. You always going to have conflict. You always going to have pushback. It's like you don't want people coming around to tell you when to shower, when to shave, when to be messy, when to get your hair done, when to get your nails done, when to get your makeup on. So do unto others, do unto others. And I'm gonna say this: I love almost everybody, and I say almost everybody because there's some people that you can't love. Well, you kind of gotta love them in spite of them because they don't have love for themselves. So that's just what that be. And some people just can't see it or just don't want to see it. I've been around one love too long, so they're saying can't see it. They don't want to see it. But you can't tell nobody what to do. And the more you try to control people passively or just regularly, the more you're going to be messed up because people are going to push back. You don't want to be told what to do, and nobody should be told what to do. Besides, if you are reckless, unruly animals in the jungle. Look at it like they're in the wild. They're not supposed to be domesticated. They're not supposed to be um tamed. And until people stop trying to tame people and trying to, oh, well, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that. No, it does not work like that. It does not work like that, and it will not work like that. If you don't see it for people, just stay away from people. Hey, boo boo. Hey, Uncle. What's up, mamas? Yeah, it's been a lot going on, girl. I didn't even know the situation earlier, but like I said, I'm cordial with everybody until you ain't cordial with me. And most people, they don't even know why they have a problem with me. It's just something in their spirit, it's just irritation, but that's something in them that they got to work on. And I choose not, and I'd rather you not even be around me, And I ain't talking to you, my boo. I'm talking to people that don't even know why they don't care for people. Half of these people, if you ask them, why don't you like so and so? Like, at least have a valid reason. Somebody, well, I just don't like them. Okay, do you know them? Do you live with them? Do you sleep with them? Are you with them 24/7? No. Do they take care of you? Do you take care of them? No. So how the hell you don't like them? And you just don't like some of the things they do, some of the things they say, and then it's a lot of jealousy, envy. They can't walk in your shoes. They can't ever walk in your life. And it's not meant for them to walk in your life. And it's not meant for you to walk in their life. And I don't want to be in nobody else's life. You what you got is for you, and what you do is for you. Shit. Until people learn that and get acquainted with that, the better off you'll be. That's just that on that. But I just came quickly to say that I was gonna play another platform that was talking about Darius McCrary and Sydney Starr, being a couple, a post-op trans woman who got a vagina, man-made vagina and all of that. So, and she was open about her lifestyle. I mean, about her transition, which some people are and some people aren't. Some people can be very invasive. You don't want nobody in your bedroom. You don't want nobody in your marriage. So be careful how you approach people. Like a shout out to Tracy. Tracy, she just wanted to know, or she wanted to, and she did it respectfully. She said, I don't want to disrespect, but that's not nothing, if listening to lies and hate from people that don't show their face is never can be disrespect. Just like Twisted Tongue, No Truth is over there talking about no enterprise talking about, oh, because I heard on show her face, you don't show your face either. And just like Treasure will say, uh, honey, what about your criminal record? Okay? What about that? Why you worrying about lies that don't exist? So you listen to motherfuckers because they want to make a narrative. They want to have a shame and a scandal. Well, if you're going to have a shame and a scandal, let it be a truthful shame and a scandal. Don't make up no shit because you don't want no shit made up on you. But see, people can't take they truth, but they want to mix it with your lies, the lies that's put on you. That's the shit I don't get. If you don't want nobody lying on you, don't lie on nobody. Take shit for what it is, whether you like it or not. Like I said, it's big enough space for everybody. Everybody. Shout out to Eagles Daddy Regals to move around in these spaces. You don't own the space. You don't. You didn't create Google, and you ain't getting no benefits off of Google besides that little AdSense check or whatever the hell y'all might be getting. Be grateful you got that. You're so ignorant, and when you give a fool, when you give a fool an inch, they'll take a mile until they don't have it. So that's that on that. That's people that's not used to nothing. When you see somebody, oh, I'm this and that. I got 95 degrees and I got this and I got that. Who give a fuck? What are you doing with it? You still sitting in the slums with everybody else, being messy, lying, blasphemy, like everybody else. So obviously your degrees ain't teach you shit. Anybody can have a degree. Anybody can go get a degree if they want motivation. Anybody can go get anything. That don't mean you're the smartest in the room. That just means you got something behind your name. Right? Anybody has the willpower to do what they choose to do. The people so ignorant. Oh, I want to be on top. I gotta be on top, and ain't no room for nobody else. That's gonna be people's biggest and have been people's biggest downfall. Oh, I'm the best at it, and ain't nobody else coming in my lane. Your lane is your lane. Stay in it. You can't bowl in my lane. You can't be me. You can't do what I do. I can't do what you do. People kill me, get me. People just get me with that. Oh, they doing this, they doing that, and they should be doing this, they should be doing that. Well, if that's the case, why don't you go teach? If you want to be a teacher, why don't you go teach? Where it makes a difference. Because grown people are going to be grown people. Now, whether they do grown stuff is a different story. Because, coming to have a grown conversation, I didn't like this, what you did. I didn't like this, what you say, and we can talk about it. Like I said, I'm an open celebrity. I'm transparent. And shout out to my Relly. She knows who she is. Okay, I might get into that real interview later. Shout out to what's his name? Miffy. I'm sorry if I messed your name up, Mickey. But yeah, I mean, be real. See, people mad because they can't be real about it. That's my thing, and I'm over real. And I'm gonna always be this way. I don't know how to be fake. That's the problem. A lot of these people are so fake. They don't know what real is, or real is the new fake, and fake is the new real. Girl, please. Mm-mm. Like I said, I came through hell and high water. If y'all only knew, and still came out on the other side of testimony. Huh. So talking to people that don't show their face, that ain't about shit. Mm-mm. Nope, I choose not. So that's that on that. But anyway, I love y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I might come live later, but yeah, I was hoping I could catch that in real time. So if y'all hear it on the Shade Room or TMZ, I might go pick it on up. But yeah, like I said, child, these people, they got one track, no track minds. I can't even say one track minds because at least some of the one track minded ones, they still come out and be like, okay, I can see it this way, I can see it that way. Some people don't choose to sit down and listen. They think they know everything. They got the handbook to life. So that's that on that. That's where you always gonna meet your downfall. But anyway, love y'all. Shout out to CSW Oko, honey. Thank you. And shout out to the North Side sectors, the mommy, the daddy, the babies. I see the babies been in, they've been in at good standing. They're getting their bottles, they getting fed, honey. All right. So I love y'all. Happy Women's Health Story Month. We only got a little bit more left, y'all. A little bit of time left. So enjoy. How y'all doing? Love y'all. But yeah, y'all be what's the name out here, because like I said, it's selfish on people's part. If you get engaging in same sex this, that, and the third, whatever it happened to be, give people a choice if you're trying to um, you know, before y'all get to that risky part. Like I was telling my sister one love, child. Listen, at first she was saying, I was raised hetero traditional, and I used to think why people can't tell, people should be able to tell, you know, um, if I'm the same sex and stand the third. But like I said, I used to agree with it too until I started thinking about it. Like, wait a minute. Imagine if you do that and then pop, you unalive. Some people can't take that, or some people fake like they can't take that. And like I said, in this climate, you see a lot of hate from people now. It's like, oh, the ones that really don't want to be in the space, or they act like they don't want to be in the space, but they're undercover because that's all they're around. That's they're doing the same thing that women do to beta males or beta females. They doing the same thing that they preaching against. That's the hypocrisy of it all. You can't say, "Oh, you going to hell, you going to heaven." You don't make that authority. You got your opinions. They're assholes like everybody else. If you choose not to deal with it, that's you. You don't have to sit around it. I'm not sitting around somebody I don't like. I'm not sitting around somebody I don't fork with, allegedly. I'm not jumping up on nobody's link where somebody's up there, you know, and trying to take the shine away from people and all this other nonsense. Nope, because I'm a lady, okay? First lady, and always, okay? And people not need to know how to be that. If you claim you so, this and that, then you should know, you should present that. See? So that's that on that. But like I said, these people don't know the first or last thing about being a lady. So, or a man in that aspect, because men know how to protect and provide, and they also know how to stand to the side and push away that pride, as well as women. Okay, so that's that on that. But anyway, I'll be back later. I love y'all. Enjoy. Savoy. Au revoir. And Allah. Aloha. Okay, and shout out to the real people. And like I said, people that and I want to say this, people that mess with people that you may not mess with, it depends on what they did for me. Like I said, I unsubscribed from AT2 because, that person did all that to you, just like the other ones. So you give them a pass, give one person a pass, you might as well give them all a pass. And I don't play that. Like I said with 313, nope. And was a few 313s, which I know what I'm talking about. I'm done. And I see why Diva. Mm-mm. Nope. I'm done. I'm done. Because I don't play them games. If I'm telling you what happened, you wasn't there, you don't know what happened, don't speculate. Uh, don't speculate and make up your own narrative. And that's a lot of the problem with these people. They gonna make up their own shit if they ain't satisfied with what happened, or they not satisfied with what really went on. Or they want to make up their own narrative. Let me lie and say this to try to get more views and more attention, even though I know it's a lie. I know it's wrong. That's called blasphemy. Since y'all want to take it biblically, it's called blasphemy and it's a sin. Okay? You know you're lying and you know you ain't telling the truth instead of coming and getting the story and taking it for what it is. You didn't create it, you weren't there doing it, and you don't know. So why would you be making up some shit? Your life is that boring, you gotta make and recreate, remix shit. Shout out to remix, remix. You gotta make up shit. Damn, your life that damn boring? Mm-mm. I choose not. But anyway, I love y'all. About to get out of here. Let me go get me some breakfast real quick. Yeah. And I might be back on later if I don't pop back on in a minute. But love y'all. Thank you, Oko. Oko, was you the R. Kelly one? The one that did the not sit down, but the cordial combo with Dana? The R. Kelly team one? Was you the same one? Cause if so, thank you, my boo, for because you've been rocking for a while. You ain't never change up. You ain't never switch up. You ain't never been a hater. A lot of people are just haters. That's just put it on the table. A lot of people are just haters. They don't know nothing else. But they so solidified. They so bona fide. Half of them don't know why they hating. Half of them don't know why they debating. Oh yeah, you are my boo. Yeah, you've been rocking for a while. Thank you for rocking. Yeah, yeah. These people just, girl, I can't. Mm-mm. Nope. Because I'm not spending my time hating on somebody I don't take care of. What is that? What is that supposed to do for you? I don't understand it. I'm real. We can have a conversation. You can agree to disagree and keep it moving. So, but some people ain't grown. They just kids. Not even kids. Some kids don't even delve this deep into shit. They half of their attention spans ain't even here. Especially if it's boring. And they got other shit in their mind. Let me say this. Salute to the real exceptions to the rules, the kids that got their heads on straight, that's, trying to make something better of their life and not thinking about what's all in somebody's business. Let me get in their family. Let me go dox them. Let me go see what's going on. That's when you're lost already. Okay? That's when you're lost already. So you might as well just give it up. But yeah, I'll be back on in a minute, probably parlaying and playing my music and doing what I do, child. But thank you, Oko, for rocking on out, shocking on out. Well, like I said, half of these people don't know if they going or coming, and I ain't got time. But glad I'm, just got a voice, and I'm the people's choice. And shout out to my amazing, everlasting Duchess Kelly Love. Miss Thing said, baby, I love when you in there roasting and gagging them bitches. I be like, damn, child. And I don't mean to be funny, because some of them I do come at depending if they fucking with somebody I love. Like even me and Stefan, we was cordial in BS Icon chat, but there is a war going on, and somebody did say, I told y'all. Yeah, I don't listen. There is a war going on with the West Side and the East Side, Black sector versus Beef sector, and that's just what it is and what it's gonna be. But like I said, Pradeep already said she done. She answered BS and she kept it moving. So, and BS said she was done. So I don't know. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see, child. But yeah, it was gonna be pretty interesting. And like I said, a friendly competition, it ain't hurt nobody. A friendly, yep, thank you, baby. You too. But a friendly competition ain't never hurt nobody. And that's my thing. That's what it is, a friendly competition. Once they get past all that real life court and all this other bullshit, I'm good. in certain circumstances. Now, when motherfuckers can't stop because they so obsessed with you and they repressed and they going against army shit and government shit, and I gotta come and find out who you are. I gotta go see who you are. I gotta feel you. I gotta suck you. I wanna lick you. I wanna eat you because I ain't got no fucking life. Mm-mm. That's gonna get to be too fucking much. Nope, ain't got time. I bow out gracefully. Nope, I bow out gracefully. Point blank, period. So anyway, I love y'all. I'm out of her. Okay. Thank y'all. I'll probably be back. If I'll be back in a minute. Just to have y'all riding with me. Riding through with me. Through the streets as we navigate, darling. Through the streets. But like I said, stay real or stay fake. Stay real or stay real fake. And if you real fake, stay really the fuck away from me. 150 yards or better inches. Because I can't do fake. I don't know how to do fake. And I kind of tone myself down a lot because I'll be saying a lot of shit on this motherfucker if I choose to. So, mm. And shout out to Daddy Williams, okay? And like it is with Mauricio, you know, they always say, they try to tone it down a little bit, but no, you gotta let people be who they are, you know. Uh, Whether you like it or not, some people attracted to other people's personalities, personas, ambiance for different reasons, and you can't um stop that. It's not for you to stop that. You know. And in this age, and I'm about to get off because I know I keep running my mouth, but in this age, this is the age of transparency. Things are going to be revealed whether you like it or not. So that's why I say rather than have people hurt, and I mean like, supposed to be acquaintances, supposed to be friends, and you might as well just come out. Listen, this happened, that happened, this, that, and the third. Like I said, I got a chance to, kick it with V. Like I said, V maybe rock with people that I may not rock with. I may rock with people she may not rock with. And if Sour Patch is anywhere around, because I don't know what happened, but like I said, from my observation, I can tell Sour Patch to her face. Um, it was kind of strange. Uh, her over there with, you know, Shakim. And I'm not saying before. It's like, are you? Well, I don't know if she's still over there, but it's like, and I mean, people gonna support who they want to support, but if you Mika's, ride or die good Judy, and I know you can separate, we all can separate dragging and ragging from, what we do on the internet from real life, but I just think, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know, man. And like I said, people could be there spying, people could be there to look and see what's being said and what's being, because I don't know if she might have went back and told Mika what he was saying, but I'm sure Mika could have been in the clouds because I know she has stuff going on too. And shout out to my boo. And like I said, I don't know what was said. I know V was pissed, and I'm like, what the hell broke loose? But from what I got from her, Sal Patch being very shady towards her. Oh, this, that, and the third. So I don't know. But like I said, she can come speak up. Like even the situation with her and Trish, I didn't like, but Trish gonna speak her mind. And a lot of Virgos, they like that, the women anyway. The men kind of hold back a little bit, but they kind of a little easy. Women are, and I know because I got a Virgo sister, and that bitch is, uh, she already said I'm getting ready to come on here anyway and see what's motherfucking good. See, because we got these bitches that's behind avatars and shit. They got so much to say, so they want to see what it be in real life. What's tea? hmm So. That's that on that. But punk bitches and bums that stand behind avatars and shit, girl, you can't even give them no credit. 'Cause that's why they sitting behind avatars. Okay? Because most of these motherfuckers running from the government, running from the law, and all that other shit. So, and I'm gonna allow always say my motherfucking case. Point blank period. I'm well acquainted with high level executive people. Okay? And even if I wasn't, I would still come out here and show my face because I ain't embarrassed about a motherfucking thing. That's the difference between me and a lot of these people. Okay? Mm. So that's that on that. But yeah, shock him. It just got to be too much, with your narratives and your, oh, well, that's why Lady Sparkle got diagnosed. Lady Sparkle put her information out there, or what y'all perceive to be her information, on purpose for disease trees, and she's got pops, just like I wanted her to. Okay, she got pops. 'Cause see, my kids and grandkids ain't getting rolled over on each other and all that shit. See, people be worried about the wrong shit. Okay, you trying to flex in real life, acting like, oh, I'm a nurse. I'm just that and the third girl. Please, couldn't even nurse your motherfucking troubles away. Your baby father getting bent the fuck over, so you can't nurse shit. Okay, period. So that's that on that. But like I said, yes, AT2, I unsubscribe because if you gonna be friends with that fucking hooligan, mm-mm, I didn't think you would stoop that long. Cause that bitch was kind of the cause, and she was rolling right with the shit that was being said about you. Okay, just like she lied and said it about me. Had to make up shit. I'm not just gonna make up shit on people. I'm gonna ask what was said, or I'm gonna see what was said, and then I'll get both sides of the story. Like I said, even South Patch can come explain what her side if she listening. 'Cause like I said, I didn't hear what was going on. I don't even know if I want to recap or listen to what happened over there. 'Cause I don't even know what set that shit off. But like I said, we gonna speak our mind. South Patch gonna speak our mind. So that's just that on that. I don't know. I hate to see a lot of things that can have a conversation, but people gonna feel how they want to feel. People gonna feel how they want to feel. And you can't change that. You can't negate that. It's people that's fake. That's gonna be in people's circles and all of that. That's what it's gonna be. And you just can't. That's not for us to debate. That's why it's called individual people. That's why it's called a big world. Nobody came here hetero. Nobody leaving all hetero. Nobody came here LGBTQIA. Nobody gonna leave LGBTQIA. People got a choice. That's why it's called freedom, liberty, equality, and justice. Fuck is this? Every time I get on this goddamn shit, some weirdo I'm calling. You calling about money, bitch? Let me get off here. I'm not even in that mood this morning. But yeah, y'all, like I said, if y'all see Sour Patch in the street, if she want to come have a conversation, if Mika want to come, if anybody else want to come, they can have a conversation. I'm open. See, I'm not hiding, talking shit. And half of the people that I don't fuck with or got an issue with, most of them I don't have an issue with. You have a lot. So all that shit you be talking and typing, I don't see it. Because I don't do, like I said, if it ain't directed, if you ain't up here on motherfucking camera, bitch, no wigs, no weaves, no makeup, no filters, then it ain't respected. Period. Okay? Point blank, period. Okay, that's a grown woman and a grown man or other. Okay? And that's it. And that's on half of these motherfuckers, like I said, don't even know why. They just don't like somebody because oh, I heard somebody else or this happened with somebody else. I treat people as individuals, like God treated people, or the Most High, whoever you may choose or deem as your creator. Okay, I treat people as individuals, and like I said, me and who was it? Me and Jinx had a great conversation, and and me and Tenneke. Yeah, like I said, I didn't I was in my feelings for a minute because I felt something that Tenneke did, but that was my fault. And as a grown woman, I can apologize on my shit. I shouldn't have blocked her, did that. And that's what it was. I'm grown. I know how to take my faults and all my faults and responsibilities. I don't take just what I want to pick up. And most people, like I said, if I'm coming at you or somebody else, I say, don't do this, this, then like even with Stefan. And just because he came at mother, you know, which I don't know what that situation is about. But mother talk her shit. Like I said, mother's well capable. Spill shout out to Spill It Boy TV. Well capable, and like he said, don't fight for the OG. But most of the OGs don't want you to fight for them. But when you get attached to people, that's out of love. What you gonna do? Like with One Love, she jumped in the way of protecting people, but see how it turned out. Snakes of a different kind, and then people know what the fuck they doing. So anybody getting on here, oh, I didn't know, and I wasn't. Girl, shut up. If you know how to be confident, you know how to get subpoenaed in fucking court. You know how to eat ass. You know how to trick for McDonald's hamburgers and shit. You know how to, girl, bye. And I don't give a fuck about no mental illness, this illness, that illness. You was ill enough to get the fuck on a computer. You was ill enough to make fake troll pages and shit. You was ill enough not to get paid to troll people and shit. So you know what the fuck you doing. Period. So that's that on that. But I wish people would come have a conversation and take it for what it's worth, not what you want to make it. That's one thing I can't stand about motherfuckers. You don't want no shit made up on you. Don't make up shit on nobody. Especially no PDF shit. That shit is because that shit can get people unalive. And some of these people, they wouldn't even feel no type of way. They probably laugh at the shit. Ah, ha ha ha. Now I got them, I got them this, that, and the third. You got a few that will really feel bad and shit. But what if it was your child? What if it was your grandchild? What if it was your cousin, your brother, your sister, your nephew, your mother, your father? Nobody wanna that shit is ugh, twisted. I can't. And most of these people that talk about that shit, like Diamond Dick Sucking Dory, they be a part of that shit. Because anybody that focus on shit like that, ew, it's disgusting. So anyway, let me get off here because I see me about to get unnerved and I ain't even trying this morning. But yeah, love y'all. Later. How y'all doing? Thought who was cool? Me and Sour Patch? Who Oko. I'm cool with everybody, like I said. I'm cool with everybody. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even know the situation with Sunny and Binary. Like I said, I went in YTC chat. Hey, Sunny, I'm not going to treat Sunny no different because she went at Binary. Or that's their shit. And like I said, some shit I can just sit back and look at and laugh. You know, thought it was cool. Girl, anytime you talking about Demon Dory? No, it's only about 3 or 4 people up here. And it's interesting. Oh, Dory, Sour Patch or Dory? You got to put the name because I don't know what's going on. Yeah, my shit was on beat. My bad. I'm steady talking. Um, no, we cool. We good. I was talking about me and them other 3 to 4 people, but they don't even know why they mad. Besides jealousy, they don't even know why they mad. So, but nah, we good. I just don't understand. And like I said, if she tap in, I'll let her know. I didn't understand why she was. And then again, like I said, people could be over there spying to get information to come back and tell Mika on that part. But in the same token, I'm not gonna sit around where I know somebody is lying. I know that they um making up their own issue because as far as I know, like I said on these, as far as I knew, I didn't know that Sour Patch was the one pushing for them to have a sit down, Mika and Shaquem. I thought that was just natural. I thought they came to some kind of agreement. Now, in her defense, she did come over here and say that, she's all for people because that's like I said on these, just like Fi and Rita, But that's something. Some people have histories and her stories that go way, way back, and some stuff just ain't gonna be resolved. It's not, it goes deeper than YouTube. So that's that on that. Like I said, I just don't. When I know somebody's lying, and I already done told a story, they know the story. They want to make up their own thing because they have the hatred for Mika, which I don't understand. What is the big hatred for Mika? Shock him. What is the big, you know? I don't understand. He said code binary, binary, trinary, doxed him. So how did you feel when that was done? When Lemon, what's the name of your computer? How did you feel? You felt violated. So you think that Mika's not gonna feel some type of way when you sitting over there just making up or adding on shit? That's why this one got doxxed. That's why that one got doxxed. First of all, I didn't get doxxed. And I told you the story on your shit. I told you the story. I told Mika the story, and I think I said it on somebody else's shit. Take what's being given to you. Don't take what you want and make a narrative off of it, because then you're going to be known as a liar. I'm telling you what happened. You can't tell me what happened. Now, as far as it getting in the Discord, that's whatever it is. Because I don't give a fuck. That's why I didn't. At first, I wasn't in Discord. Look at the word Discord. It shows Discord. That's why I don't get in that shit because it was a big thing. And like I said, stuff that's being done behind the scenes is always going to come out, regardless. Because there's always going to be some way that is Mad Day, that is that is that is Mad Day, that is somebody not gonna agree or somebody gonna get mad and all shit gonna come out. Oh, but this happened. That's why I said it's best to just tell it why you not like Mika said. I mean, like Nika said, tell it now. That way, once it comes out, people, it might hurt other people that innocent bystanders, and it may not be meant to do that, but in the process, it'll happen. You know, so that's my thing. That's why I try to be transparent. And we in One Love, we had a not a disagreement. Well, yeah, a disagreement about that. As far as everything can't be put into the light, you know, or in a certain way, because there's ways you can say stuff where people will get it. You might have to come, like with teachers, they have to come a different way sometimes. With every child, it might be different. One child may be on chapter 6, and the other child might be on chapter 9, and you got to bring the other one up to speed, or the one that's advanced, they might have rushed through it, and they don't know, they might have just skimmed through it. Oh, I know what's going on, and they didn't get the whole full perspective of it. That's why I said, like I told Trish, I try to get both sides of the situation. I don't just come jump on one side. But if what one side is saying I can agree with, I'm going to agree with it at that time until I hear the other side. And like I said, V only responded because I didn't even come up there for Sour Patch. I came up there for, to see what was going on with the situation with Tennessee. And that's just that on that. So, and like I said, I've been gave my feelings and perspective on that. Everybody trying to be themselves. Okay? And enough room for everybody on here. And like I said, I've seen Tennessee move around. If she don't mess with you, she don't mess with you. And vice versa. So I don't understand where all of this. Oh, I gotta see you. I gotta be obsessed with you. I gotta be fanatics for you and all that shit. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Because what is that gonna do for you? You ain't paying my bills. What the fuck do I care for? Shit. So that's that on that. But anyway, like I said, TS, if you see Sour Patch in the street and she already know, she can always come through and give her side. I don't know, like I said, but even when they was calling her racist, I know I didn't hear the shit. But I don't just make up shit on people. You don't want shit made up on you. Don't make shit up on people. But people would take shit like that. Oh well, I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna do this. And whether she said something or not, if she said it in that moment, just come out and own it. Okay, I said that, but I didn't mean it in that way. Just like with binary saying, well, at least as Jay Wilson was saying something about um Donald Trump, or he was supposed to vote for Donald Trump. But shit, envy is the Trump of like, who cares? That's a personal thing. Nobody has to tell nobody. It's either you like the person or you don't. You can deal with the person or you can't. People gonna vote, and people got a freedom of it. You may like coffee ice cream. I may not. I may not like coffee ice cream. You can't tell nobody what to do. You can just have your opinions about them. That's it. You know. People just get on my nerves with that shit. You can't tell nobody what to do. Everybody's gonna have an opinion. They're assholes. Everybody got one. It flushes out the same down the toilet. Uh, Until people learn how to stop trying to be people fathers, people mothers, people counselors, teachers, and all that other shit. Baby, I ain't got time. I done raised mine and I'm good. But shit. Yeah, y'all. I come up for one thing. I always end up what's the name of something else. But yeah, y'all, I just, be honest, have a conversation. And shout out to my Hershey Mercy. I don't know why she didn't jump her fine ass up there. Yesterday I was telling her I'm binary to tap in. Because that was a great conversation. Jay Wilson and Viv and them was having. So mhm. That was a great combo that they had yesterday. It was interesting. It got heated, but that's what things usually do. That's called a great conversation. But like I said, if people have more conversations and they can still agree to disagree, okay? I didn't like this, and you didn't like that. Like, as a matter of fact, when all that shit was really going on, Tenneke did say that, I didn't like this, and you didn't like that. And that's one thing I said I can respect about her. Keep it real. And shout out to the Tennessee, you know. And I was also glad to see her and Mika, come together, put their shit aside. I just wish more people could do that. But some people are not going to do that. Everybody's not going to be, chummy chummy. That's not what this world is made of. That's fake. Everybody not going to be chummy chummy because I'm not chummy chummy with everybody. If I don't fuck with you and I know your disposition, your aura, nope. Because I'm not a fake bitch. I'm going to say it how I feel it, whether you like it or not. And some people, ooh, and some people can't take that. And that's just what it is. Some people can't take it. But they gotta dish it. Is if they dish it, you should be able to take it. Like I can take my shit. Okay, well Sparky, you do this, and Sparky, you do that. Like even with Pizarro, I know she got a complex thing, but in the same token, it is what it is. Who cares? You choose not to show yourself. You want to keep it mysterious. That's you. That's your cowardness or your whatever. Who cares? But people putting the emphasis on it. Oh, she need to show it. No, she don't. If she ain't got that confidence, that's her. Shit, who cares? But anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. I done lost my damn thing and I was looking for to walk the hell out the door. So must be a reason. But yeah, if y'all see Sour Patch in the street and if she choose to, if she don't go home or have it went on her own her own virtual house and had the conversation or the whatever how she felt, then it is what it is. So, but I would really like to know how my Meeks feel about it, truthfully. And like I said, she said she don't tell nobody where to go. People gonna go where they want to go. Yeah. And you can't tell nobody where to go. Like people been places I didn't like it, but I'm not going. That's you know. And then you got to look at people's motives. Everybody not coming there to support you. Everybody not coming there, even if they might have had a. Oh, I think I gotta win. Because I got your people. Like a powder puff pink pussy bitch said, "Oh, I got your people," and all this other weird shit. Yeah, please. That's kid shit. I got your people. Fuck. Yeah, bye. That means you couldn't get your own people. That means you couldn't get your own original footing. That means you the weak and punk bitch. Cause I want my own original set of people. Like I said, I was embarrassed that that other whale came from me. Mm-mm. I don't claim that. Sure don't. Cause the shit you do, like certain shit, when it get to a certain level, I'm good. When it get to a certain level, I'm good. Period. Cause I don't play them games. I don't do. Yeah, it might be a delay. I don't do certain life and death situations and real life shit. I don't. Mm-mm. If you can't keep it on the internet, you know, then nope. And that tells you a lot about somebody how weak they are. And you can't keep it on the internet and keep it on the person. Because, like I said, people families ain't up there. People families is not, you know. Mm-mm. And like I said, some people gonna play with the right family. Like Reed said, people gonna play with the right motherfucker, and they ain't gonna be here no damn more. And that's why I don't. Nope. We can go at it, and then if we come back together where we can apologize or whatever, then that's cool. If not, you move in your circle, I move in my circle. Like I said, people been with people that I don't like. I've been with people that people don't like. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah. And it's no shade. That's the world. That's the world we live in. Take it or leave it. But anyway, all right, y'all. I'm out of here because I'll never get the hell out of here. Fooking with y'all. I'm blaming y'all. Stop. Damn, I'm gonna have to miss breakfast. I'm gonna have to get a what's the name here. But anyway, I love y'all. How you doing? Thank you for rocking, shocking, pussy and nut in your. All right, Old Cove, baby. Mm-hmm. That sound like Cloud. Shout out to the East Side, honey. Black Sector, Queen East Side. Shout out, a lot going on. I gotta see the events for the day. Did VS the Iconics respond? Did anybody know? To Clyde. 'Cause Clyde said she did a one and done. She done. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully VS bring that West Side back out, and because she do got a way of you know tapping on that nerve, and people do not. It was so interesting though, dragging that other person. And I ain't gonna say I was here for it, but when you threaten people, it's like Donkey Ditsy, and that person did to me for no reason. You know, Mm-mm. But certain things I don't play with, because like I said, when they get real serious and people be in boxes and shit, that's when it's like, nope, nope. I say you can tell weak shit, and people that want to belong and shit. I ain't got time for that. Sure don't. But anyway, all right, I love y'all. How you doing? I might be back on in a minute. If not, I'll be back soon. But I love y'all. Thank you for rocking, shocking. Catch that replay. All right, catch that replay, gang. Excuse me, catch that replay. Okay, I don't like saying gang because that's not. Mm-mm. But I love y'all. I have an 11 a.m. meeting. Good day. All right, thank you, boo. Y'all be prosperous. Love ya.